everybody. Hold it. Objection! Uh, uh, other words. Uh, Hold on, let me lower my volume slightly. Uh, uh, Take that. Uh, uh, Welcome to Art Decora, where the D stands for deposition. Are y'all ready are y'all ready to litigate? It's like professional wrestling in a courtroom. It's the dumbest shit ever. But it's great. Actually, I'm excited to play the second and third game in the trilogy because I've only played the first Phoenix Wright. Also, welcome Aiden. Welcome. First, I tried. You succeeded. What do you mean? You tried. You passed. You you have succeeded. You are the first. Ev- Everybody is the first, but you are presently the first. Uh Anyway, yeah. Uh oh yeah, I have a suit. I figured, I'm gonna be in court. I should probably dress up, look a little snazzy, you know. It's not because I wanted to wear a suit and, you know, I'm just that kind of person. No, certainly not. It's because I wanted to look good in court. I gotta fight that traffic ticket. Uh, you know, how was I supposed to know that it was a school zone? God, thought this was a free country. You can't drive 90 miles per hour in a school zone. Fucking nanny state. Shake my head. Anyway, uh, 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 uh. Let's just get on with it, eh? A B. I just want to make sure that I am not blocking anything important. Put myself right down here. Hopefully that keeps me out of the way of any important dialogues or options or stuff. Uh, is the hope. Ice Pop, welcome. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes indeed. It's finally happening. I'm finally I'm finally going to court. We've been waiting for it. The live Art Decora murder trial stream. How we're finally here. Thank you all for sticking with me to this point. We'll beat those charges. Again, how was I supposed to know it was a school zone? Okay, I might have been going 105 miles per hour. It's hard to tell. I think my speedometer is broken. For legal reasons, I have to state that these are jokes. I, I, the D room does not condone breaking traffic laws, and encourages everybody to drive safely, look both ways when crossing the road, and cars suck. Fuck cars. They need to be banned. I hate cars. They're stupid. But if you need to drive in a car, as most people do currently, unfortunately, because this country has the worst rail infrastructure in the world, that's an objective fact. Cars are kind of unfortunately necessary. But if you must drive, be safe about it. All right, that's my community service numbers out of the way. Now I just need to go on my apology tour. So we should play the second game first, and then the third game last, obviously, and then the first game second, and then we'll play the second game again just to be sure. Okay, this is a stupid joke even by my standards. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Everything about this poster is just... This poster really screams graphic design is my passion. Play the first turnabout. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was an achievement. Content warning, there's blood. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this! I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right? Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. I kind of owe him my current job. What? Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, this is news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh. I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude! I'm so glad. I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick. You gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Person responsible for your girlfriend's death. Newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend. My best friend since grade school. Blip. Welcome, Zig. Welcome, welcome. Our school had a saying. When something smells, it's usually the Butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one. Which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Going to do. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2.
The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The,
Defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, sir, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading.
This test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely.
Murder is bad. Thanks, Judge. This is an expertise. So, this is the expertise our tax money affords us. Indeed, it is. Welcome, Cosmic. Welcome, welcome.
Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct.
Yeah, congratulations, Phoenix. You remembered your own client's name. Truly, real Atticus Finch right here, yeah. Also, hold on one second. Scruff is giving me the weirdest look. A real ace attorney.
Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Phew. I know this one. I wasn't sure about my client's name, but I know the name of the victim by heart. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? The victim? Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name listed in the court record. Just press tab, check it any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. My reputation is on... Look, Mia's just like, my reputation is just as much on the line as yours is, Phoenix. I hired you. Cerulean Lemon! Welcome, welcome. I studied for this. This is such a mood. Everything about Phoenix is a mood. Everything about every character in this game is a mood. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's not Cinder Block. It's been a while since I played this game. The victim's name is Cindy Stone?
Correct. Now, tell me what was the cause of death?
She died because she was... Oh, right, I forgot to check tab. Attorney badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death, 7:31, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay, loss of blood. Hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Local cinder block.
Correct. You've answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. I see no reason why you shouldn't be debarred. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck by a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. What kind of voice should I give Larry? Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony!
I think this voice is gonna work. Phoenix roasting himself, elf in his own badge flavor text. Phoenix main character trait should be like lack of self-confidence. That's why he's called Phoenix, because he rises up out of his he rises up from his lack of confidence and becomes the greatest attorney in the world. An ace attorney, if you will. A true ace attorney. Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Romeo and Juliet and Cleopatra and Mark Antony both, died together tragically. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever? What did that tell you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. He rises from the ashes that he gets reduced to every time someone asks him a question. Oh man, mood. She had just returned from overseas with one of... She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Yeah, yes, slay queen. So, I don't know why, but Larry's voice reminds me of Shaggy. Yeah, I'm kind of going for like Shaggy, but if he was actually if Shaggy was less put together, which, I mean, Shaggy's doing fine. He just acts that way. Larry is what would happen if Shaggy, was a real person. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took all their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth all in the wrong directions. Should I... Wait, what did I click? Oh crap, what did I click? I hit enter too soon. Oh, it's fine. Might be better not to get involved in this one. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude! No way! She's a cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the... I'm going to get to the bottom of this!
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Oh no, he went. What did I do? Stop. I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember. Well then, we'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness?
The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. The prosecutor is becoming Squidward.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Oh. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscription, is this correct?
Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. When I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Shoot a witness QuickTime event. God, I wish. Some of the witnesses are so obviously the murderer. This guy is the key example. But, you know, the legal system, you have to prove it. And it's like, Your Honor, look at him. Look at him!
Huh. You raise a valid point. Guilty. Guilty by reason of, Guilty on account of bad vibes.
How the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Objection, Objection, Crody to the max. Honestly, I think I should give Phoenix a surfer dude voice. It kind of gives that vibe.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sowett used was one of those, Your Honor. I have record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record. Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
No, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination? Your Honor? All right, White. All right, Wright. Oh, that's a bit of a tongue twister. All right. All right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave? Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or your client really is guilty. How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare what the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradiction between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with Tab, then point to contradictions in the testimony. Vivisect the witness. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw the man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. 1 p.m.? Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. Huh. He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right, that doesn't seem strange to you. Or doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Here we go. You found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sowett, why were you so certain you found the body at 1 p.m.?
I'm just gonna show him the badge. I'm smarter than you. Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. And that's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right? Right? You know what to do. I've got this one. See, when I found the body, I heard the time. Stone's building was out. Oh, hold on. I need to keep going. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. And incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified he heard the time. Okay.
Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear the accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That, and you seem rather
That, and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Well, Mr. Sawit, let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Actually, I didn't hear it, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon! Okay.
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. How is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence! Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit.
Welcome to the fantasy
Oh my
zone.
goodness.
Get ready.
Typical hang W, welcome. Or is it typical hang W? Welcome. Thank you for the follow.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock!
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
The witness stated the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock, after all.
I didn't even see what the message was. But, thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate.
Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Scruffy went out. Hold on. Scruffy wants to leave. Scruffy doesn't think I'm entertaining. Everyone's a critic. Yes, Your Honor, I do. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order! Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him! He killed her, and he should burn, give him death!
Hair attack. Pocket hair.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor,
you claim the sound the witness...
hold on. The dogs must have seen a squirrel. Oh man, somebody should do a remix of this song, but with dog barking in the background. I could do it. No, I couldn't. I've never done anything of the sort. What was I talking about? Oh, right.
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... try it sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here, in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25 a.m.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, Can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forget one thing. Oh, what's that? What's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing! How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case! He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close!
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately.
I don't think the judge should be saying, it's like, unfortunately, I can't send this man up the river. I can't, unfortunately. As much as I would love to sentence this man to death with very little evidence, it is beyond my power. I just opened up a monster, if anybody's curious. It is a peachy keen monster. It is very tasty.
This ends the cross-examination with Mr. Frank Sawit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime! I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Mia! I mean, Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have the proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Mia's going to revolutionize this universe's legal system by inventing the concept of reasonable doubt. Oh. I mean, to be fair, in this universe's legal system, there is no jury of your peers. It's up to the judge whether you die or not. The jury is just there for show. Which I think is somewhat based on the actual Japanese legal system, which is horrifying. And that's why Japan has like a 98% conviction rate. That's the reason why I've never cared for Ace Attorney series, because the judge is like a kid watching Dora the Explorer. I love how... But that's part of the fun, because I love how easily convinced the judge is. He's such an idiot. He should not be a judge in any, like, actual legal system. That's why I say that this game series is like professional wrestling, but in a courtroom. Just crank up the absurdity. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course, there is a piece of evidence in the court record that may prove my claim beyond a doubt. Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh my god, his name is Mr. Saw It. Saw It. Oh my god, his name is Mr. Saw It. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. By that same logic, he can't prove she didn't reset it. But why was the time still off in the courtroom if she had, like... If the time in the courtroom lines up with the supposed time that he heard at the time of the scene, it would imply that it was never reset, or at least it was in this setting up into the murder, which still I think would make this evidence admissible. He's just a hobo with several learning disabilities and has a very respectable looking beard, which allowed him to stumble into the courthouse in one day.
Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness...
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
Though we don't have... Okay, speaking of reasonable doubt, we don't have a motive for why he committed the murder. Which is kind of an important thing. Motive is, well, I guess if the judge... I don't know. Winston Payne. I love all of the English names in the Ace Attorney series. They're so good. They're so good. Winston Payne. Oh. Turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. Oh. Well, I guess they found the motive in Sawit's actual trial. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew. I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy! What's wrong now? Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no! I mean bad, bad, bad! Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts. Harry Butts. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait. Wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she just was playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just wanna... Larry... Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she's thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. But... Well, make of that what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things can change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." but I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Okay, well that's the end of the game. Brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Sisters. Save your progress up to this point? Yes. Before I do that, I am going to take a quick BRB so I can refill my water container. So I will be back, and we'll do the next turnabout. Turnabout in about whenever I'm back. Anyway, hang tight. Real quick. I'm returned. I got water and I got a snack. I got purple sweet potato chips. Purple sweet potatoes are amazing because they're a plant that is just naturally that color, and it's great. Well, I say naturally. I mean, I'm sure that they were. I'm sure they were selectively bred to be as purpley possible. But still pretty damn purple. And I will refrain from talking with my mouth full. Because I'm not a savage. Alright. Continue on. I keep wanting to hit escape when it wants me to hit backspace. Okay, I shouldn't read. Or I shouldn't... Okay, maybe I'll put these chips aside so I'm not tempted to keep eating them while I should be talking. Beep. Hello, this is Maya. Oh, wait. Hello, this is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia? What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. No, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey! I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock to pick it up? It'll be a pre-trial meeting until... I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Chip eating ASMR. I don't know about ASMR eating streams, but I think it'd be fun to do cooking streams. But having to set up, turning my kitchen into a studio does not sound like fun. And I guess I could get a hot plate and cook in D room, but you know, the D room is already such a fire hazard. So that's probably a bad idea. Which means I'm definitely going to do it at some point.
Okay, sis, but I expect dinner something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting, Maya. Beep! That's a sound my pancreas makes. Conversation recorded, September 5th, 9:27 a.m. I need to give, like, these time and date things a good voice. It's something like from, like, the People's Court, like, September 5th, 8:57 p.m., Fate & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faith, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. Aiden, welcome. Hello, Cora. Hello, Aiden. Hello. How could you know? You are not coniferous of my background. You are not You are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. My dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry, but I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Bright lights. Blunt object. Oh yeah, I gave that guy the right voice. Cogniferous. Canif. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Oh no, I'm late. What's that strange... What? That's strange. I guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia's there. Okay, Mia, the chief is okay. Okay, well, go inside. I smell blood. Okay. Wait, I got a text message. Why do I keep forgetting to mute my phone? Damn it. Here, I got it. Oh, it's that. Damn. We don't need to worry about that, now do we? There, now I muted my ringtone. Yay! Ringtone muted. No more distractions. Alright. How do I get into her office? I smell blood. That can't be good. I remember there being arrows. Text box. Move. Okay, there we go. Office. Okay, here we go. Now it's coming back to me. That smell. Blood. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief! Chief! Who are you? That's Maya Deuteragonist. Who are you? Well, she's gone. Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. Went back to the chief, where she laid under the window. I thought she just like shot you. No, not yet, at least. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. I thought it said stomach when I held her stomach. When I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was cold. Check her liver. That's the part that takes the longest. Wait, does the liver take the longest to cool down, or does that cool down the fastest? I forget. Chief. Let's look at a dead body. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been a murder weapon. It's actually a clock made by Larry Butts. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. That sentence could have used a comma. Glass shards added to the court record. Nothing else that seems like a clue here, except for that piece of paper that mysteriously just appeared. A piece of paper must have fallen out of Mia's hand. How would it have fallen out of her hand? You know, like if she was holding onto it when she died, it's like rigor mortis. Doesn't the hand just like not let go or something like that? What could it be? Maya. Word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Receipt added to court record. Liver cools down slowly from what I read. Okay, that's what I thought. It's like, so then her liver is still warm. Touch her liver, Phoenix. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. And find out what that girl was doing there. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It's like someone was half through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quickly. What was that? Someone screaming from the outside of the window. Oh, she's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand? Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. Not all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Hell yeah. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. The greatest sign of closeness, the liver touch. Oh god. That'd be a great, like unconventional threat. It's like, shut up or I'm gonna touch your liver. she filed all her case records and recent rulings. Oh, that's nice. It gives you a check mark on things you've already looked at. Oh, that's really nice. That's handy. To the couch. Huh? That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yeah, don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya. Fey? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name? Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. I wonder how difficult if you were just like... How did she write a message in her own blood if she died instantly from the impact like he said? Something about this doesn't add up. Mario, hey, Stinky, come here and give me your liver. Hey, Stinky, come here and give me your liver. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why wouldn't my sis write my name? Oh, now... Uh-oh, now I've done it. The police? Sounds like they're coming this way.
Freeze, police!
Then they just start firing. Oh, hell yeah. Detective Gumshoes, the only good cop. Except he's very bad at it. Phoenix's testimony doesn't add up. He must have done it. I think there is one case where that can happen. Where you just explain the test, where you just do so bad that the judge convicts you.
Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoes, see?
Gumshoes? What an odd name.
We received a report from the building across the way, see?
Wait, what should Gumshoe's voice be?
Got a person saying they saw a murder.
There we go. Must have been that woman I saw.
Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay?
Great. Just great. Maya, wait, she would've... Nah.
Whoa! Excuse me! This word Maya here mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Killer, I'm not...
Case closed. You're coming to me with the precinct, ma'am.
What?
Could make him sound like Brock from Pokémon. I like giving him a Brooklyn accent.
Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible.
September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room.
Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
Good morning.
She looks so tired.
Are you going to be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, sorry, not a chance. Screw you, kid. You're on your own. Detective Dick Gumshoes, aka Detective. Detective Richard Gumfoot. Detective Richard Chicletfoot. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you.
Up to me?
Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here.
You're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it.
I did look at her like that. No, no! I never thought.
It's okay, I understand. And I've always heard about you.
Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day.
Today was my junior partner's first time in court.
Wow, really? How'd that go?
It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on the edge the whole time. It's been a while.
So he crashed and burned.
He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the heart of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience.
Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who I'd go to if I ever got in trouble now.
I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty.
That's what she said.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to insult you.
No. It's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia...
I know.
There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes?
What's with that outfit?
Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium, in training.
A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. So you're an acolyte? Or medium in training?
That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too.
I had no idea. I had no idea I worked for a ghost hunter. Wait.
What?
So, you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that?
Yes. In training.
Well, can you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that would be too easy. Because as we all know, contacting the ghost of the victim is always admissible in court. Always. Keep that in mind as this game goes on. Just remember that. Remember that. It's a legitimate courtroom strategy. Could you tell me more about the day of the murder?
Yes! Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for the upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker.
The one Larry made? How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right, she said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it?
Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things.
Honestly, you know, nowadays, it's like you should be recording every phone conversation you have. It's legal. As long as one person consents to a phone call being recorded, one party on a phone call, which includes yourself, consents to recording the phone call, you can legally record any phone call you make. And in this, in these trying times, you know, sometimes you need all the evidence you can scrounge up. I mean, there's a reason why dash cams are so popular these days. I mean, we're carrying these phones in our pockets that track our every single movement. We might as well use it to defend ourselves in court. Just saying. Also, do not take anything I say on the stream as legal advice. That would be a not smart idea to do. Don't. No. Like, despite my attire, I am not a lawyer. I just play one on Twitch. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it.
You're right. Oh. I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right. Of course. How would she forget that? Next time I see Detective Gumshoes, I'll ask him for it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
Sure, thanks. Maya's memo, added to the court record. Conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me?
Huh. Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to.
Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me.
When will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 this afternoon.
And visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Okay, I should probably go. Grossberg. Ooh, snazzy office. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention, run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. And they cleaned up this crime scene fast. September 6th, Fade Co. Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't know if you were from somewhere. Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. You know, Wright sounds like Butts. Am I right? Right? I'm right about that, aren't I? Aren't I right?
Anyway, moving on. Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that.
Oh my god, I can make him sound like Columbo. Oh my god. Hold on. How does Columbo sound?
That Butts guy was the killer, and you're no killer, right?
He was proven innocent. Right, and you were... Detective Suede Shoes. Gumshoes, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoes.
Right, at your service. Hang on there. That's Detective Gumshoes to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And one more thing. And don't go calling me Dick.
Hey, Dick, get over here.
Yes, sir.
I don't like I like the other voice I gave him, just like disgruntled like Brooklyn dude.
Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quickly.
Phew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. About Maya.
Yeah? I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win.
Why would you say that?
The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on prosecution.
Edgeworth?
I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all.
Prosecutor Edgeworth?
That's right, pal. It's Edgeworth himself. Wait, you don't know him, don't you?
Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain, he doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict.
Ah, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. One more thing. Do you recall why I was allowed to become a detective? I can't seem to recall.
That... I don't know if that joke is funny or tragic. Given what happened to the actor who played Columbo.
Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case.
So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy?
You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss. That doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all.
Cora still needs to play Disco Elysium. That's where that line is the premise of the game. I still do. I really do. Maya's autopsy. Time of death, 9/5 at 9 p.m. Cause, single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. So how did she write? That's gonna come up in court. I know it is. Okay, let's go back to Grossberg. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Ooh, mahogany. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelf filled with expensive looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. Yeah, funny about that. Yeah, it's not like people who buy a bunch of books have like an entire library full of books that they've mostly not read. It's not like they have a problem where they keep buying books knowing that they will never be able to read all of them, but they just can't stop because they have a problem. No, certainly I can't relate to that in any way. No, nope, definitely couldn't be me.
The painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Expensive potted plant? No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Table for clients. Huh. Elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made out of solid gold. That solid gold is an awful material to make a lighter out of. Even I could tell someone here's got money to burn. No, they're just, you know, I feel like for lawyers, it's like there's a mindset of like dress your office for the clients you want, not for the clients you have. I feel like that's something feel like that's something Saul Goodman would say. Okay. No clues here. Alright, I guess back to the detention center.
Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer?
Sorry, I haven't seen him yet.
I see.
Better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. But... Was there something else? I guess... Could you tell me more about the day of the murder? I guess I should have kept talking to her. Sorry, I know it must be hard.
No, it's okay. I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
That's the thinker clock that Larry... It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office?
It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her. My sister.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. What about your family?
I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is.
Don't know? So she could still be alive.
Women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain.
So, you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I've had to become this independent or I would lose my powers.
I felt bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. So, with this man who ruined your mother,
About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim.
Wow, so what happened?
The case was solved, we thought.
You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium has all been carried out in secret, of course.
But
man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time.
So the real controversy of this wasn't that the police used a spirit medium to find a culprit. The controversy was that the spirit medium was a fraud because they got it wrong. Whew. I mean, I know the legal system in our real world is bad, but thank goodness. I mean, never mind. I've been seeing some of the stuff, what's been going on with certain trials, ongoing trials, which I will not specifically name. But yeah, is clown shoes.
My mother became the laughingstock of the nation.
I see.
White?
Excuse me? White?
That was his name. My sister told me.
White. Alright. That's all the information I can squeeze out of her at the moment. Nope, they're still not here. Okay. Good thing Phoenix can instantly transport places. Oh, right. I forgot about this. I was wondering, do you have Maya Fey's cell phone?
Oh, that? I have that.
Do you think you could give it back?
Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him not so straight. Tell him straight or tell him gay. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy, but what should I tell him?
Something the matter?
No, that carrying strap on the cell phone.
This? It says the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. Steel Samurai? An action hero on TV?
Yeah, you see that strap as a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct.
That what she said?
Yes?
Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go.
Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Maya's cell phone. Hell yeah, stupid detective. Check the courtroom record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to.
You well done, pal.
Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now.
Oh, wait. Oh, one more thing. I wanted to mention to you. Don't suppose you're planning on talking to the witness. Anyway, you better not.
Oh. Doing Gumshoe's voice where has been poisoned. No, it's just I haven't smoked enough cigarettes to do Gumshoe's voice without destroying my throat. It's very ticklish. I will have some tea after the stream. It's becoming a routine. I've been drinking tea in the evening before I go to bed. It's very relaxing. I've switched from coffee to tea. I am now that person. I am now that kind of girl. I'm a tea girl. The T stands for D. TD. What was I talking about? Oh, right.
No influence.
How do I... Okay, I need to figure out how to do a Brooklyn accent without it ripping my throat apart. Okay.
No influencing. No influencing the witnesses from your loyally ways, pal.
There we go. I changed the... Now it's in my mouth rather than in my throat, so it hurts less.
With your lawyery ways, pal.
Okay, it's still in my throat.
With your lawyery ways, pal.
Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. The witness?
Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her.
Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then?
Oh, you're trying your lawyery tricks with me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial.
So she's still in the hotel across the way? I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information.
You got that right.
Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while, blah blah blah. Papers, is that the evidence? Okay, well, we got the whole recording. I love the background music in this game. This should be good BRB music. Okay. Gatewater Hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303.
Well, hello there, handsome. Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoes for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something...
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. Okay, when I first encounter a character, I'm going to explore their voice. So first I was getting like Cat Girl, then I was getting like Southern Belle, now I'm getting Valley Girl. So I'm going to go with that.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so you can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Southern Valley Cat. I kind of like that. There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey, 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 hey! What are you doing? No touching! Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. Wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Oh. Observed? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Oh, better not encourage her. You know, that thing that occurred, happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to the court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No! Hey! I'm just doing my job here.
You know you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no. You know, you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Oh, what amazing powers of observation! You must be one of those famous detectives like on television.
Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh boy. Late summer sunlight seams through the window. There's the Faneco office building, of course. You can see inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. A simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing eye-catching here. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those hanging on the wall. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. Okay, just took a sip of water. Alright. I guess now is the time to go to those law offices. Grossberg. Huh. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
So you're the one they say has been looking for me?
Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined.
That badge on your collar. Oh yes, that you're a lawyer, now are you?
Yes, well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed.
Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it!
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey?
Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on.
Why the strange reaction?
Ah-cha-cha. Ah-cha-cha.
Okay, now I need to do, what's that guy, the old actor name? Hold on, I gotta look that up. It's gonna kill me. I just have to... Jimmy Durante! I just had to look up Cha-Cha guy. And, how does Jimmy Durante sound? Hold on. Or sounded. Oh boy.
Eh, fuck it. I'm just gonna make him sound like this. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Hmm? Did you say something? I think not, I say. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyers worth their salt will take this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? That's quite a painting. Aha! You noticed. That's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hats. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I am not buying. Oh, I am not buying? Jeez. How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion and never looked back, that one. Alright. He wants us to leave, I'll leave. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Hiya.
Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer?
Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy, he was all skin and bones.
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Go home. There's nothing left for me to do here. She'll be better off with a state-appointed lawyer. I think I'd better get home now. Goodbye. Ah. It was a few days later when I found out how the story ended. Oh. The result of the trial was in the newspaper. Guilty. I'll probably never meet her again. Did I make the right choice? Will I ever know? Mia, if you can hear me, please tell me. Well, that's the end of that. Not. I can't let that happen. I am not leaving here until she takes me as her lawyer. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why? Well... No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. Oh. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you.
Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right. Thank you.
Phew. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? Because when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Excuse me? Who are you?
Ah, I beg your pardon. Sir, I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service.
Oh, right.
I've just come up to deliver room service, sir.
You know where Miss May might be?
Ha, I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you have no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy.
Yeah. What a good bellboy, just letting random strangers into someone's room. Yeah, top-notch service at this hotel. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit.
I almost forgot.
You came back quick.
May I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned.
Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name before?
White. That was his name. My sister told me.
White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Snoop. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap added to the court record. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get this woman's bottom... Wait, I mean... You know what I mean.
Oh, bellboy, still here?
Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangling with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Cora would be inspired by this point. Oh boy, would I. I would be an awful lawyer. Every client would have to calm me down because me down in the courtroom because I'd be on the verge of a panic attack all the time. Objection! The witness has not called me back.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir? My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoes. Please, describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use the floor map of this office to explain. Or of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object. Sir, the murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence.
You're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoes, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
As soon as the phone call came, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey the very moment of the murder. At the very moment of the murder.
Did that sound right? Sounded fine. Let me turn on, so I can hear my own voice, turn on the monitor on my microphone so then I can hear my own dumb voices.
The very moment, you say. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I can see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. And the witness always slips up and says something wrong. Scruffy is shaking his everything. They are fun dumb voices. I like doing fun dumb voices, and apparently 20,000 people on YouTube do too. That's a worrying amount. Also, this was the first stream that I ever also announced on YouTube because I figured, well, I'm gonna do more dumb voices on YouTube on this stream, so I might as well like tell the people who followed me for them. It works a lot of the times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people already there. Defendant...
Oh, wait, I need to press him on everything. I need to badger the witness. Who did you say you got a call from?
Hey, pal, don't play dumb, you know who. Call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene.
Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue.
There were two people already there. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Miss Phoenix Wright.
Are you absolutely sure it was just us?
Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair. You two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene.
don't think Gumshoe knows what, or I don't think Gumshoe knows what a metaphor is. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press him with a little more care.
I immediately arrested my fate.
Oh, right. Why is that? What's your reason?
Why, we had a witness account describing her. Witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
I can't see a single contradiction in here. I just have to take Maya's advice and press him on anything suspicious. The witness testimony. Saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. I think it was the last one. I'll just have to take Maya's advice. It's a lot what this game is just like screening through what they're saying and just like, I think this is the right one. Immediately rushes to the scene. Oh yeah, that's true. Who'd you say you gotta call? Oh, wait. How long did he take to get there? Well, we know that he didn't come immediately because there was enough time for Phoenix and Maya to get there. Though she called the phone. The same time. I'm not sure. Damn. I thought I had already pressed that one. Okay, no, it's definitely the last one. Witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very end of the murder. Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I did. You said it. Even the prosecutor agrees. Exactly. What about this suspicious woman in pink claims was... What? Exactly what about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's fingers. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Dude looks constantly surprised by the fact that people trust his word. Well,
how you like that? How you like them apples? That's my hard evidence. Yeah. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about the vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try and be more careful.
See? Please, please, sir, do not waive your hard evidence in court. It's a really important bit of testimony to forget. Well, he's a cop. He's used to leaving out evidence.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found in the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it.
Securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes and found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Okay, I know what this is.
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying.
Sorry, I bumped my desk.
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else would have? Could have. I'm sorry, I get would and could mixed up with each other all the time.
You have it backwards, Detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
But
No butting your way out of this one, Detective.
Order. The defendant has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When?
The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder.
Prosecution has... The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What?
A second autopsy report was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way!
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth! I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. Detective's a sham, I'm a sham. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright,
And say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Autopsy report updated. Court record. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit.
Oh?
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes?
Darn, this isn't good.
If the prosecution hid autopsy results from the defense up until the court date, the judge would suplex the prosecutor personally. Yes, but remember, this judge is an idiot.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
How did I...
April May, at your service. Wink.
Order! Order! The introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. And some of the women, too. And tell us where you were on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred.
I was like in my hotel room. I checked it in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
I'm pretty sure flirting with the prosecution is considered a contempt of court.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know, and then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. When attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. When the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up with her and she hit her. And the woman with long hair, she kind of slumped. In the end, that's all. The end, that's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink.
Well, Your Honor. I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any...
Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination?
Oh, I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, weren't you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey! How dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Yes.
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edward doesn't want to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know.
Hold on, let me just... I can't read the autopsy report, so I can't see what time it was exactly, but I don't think that's in question.
And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. When attacking her was the mousy little girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman was like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her.
Okay.
She dodged? Dodged what?
Well, the attack.
Please continue your testimony. How did you know it was my client?
Huh? Well, gee. Well, first of all, she had a girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her?
She has a point. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
There are only 2 women in the world. Absolutely.
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. That wasn't what I was expecting, but, you know, he's not wrong. No one wears clothes like that on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way on the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
How are you... What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all that trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her.
I did see everything. I did. The woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you'd been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Okay, this right here. Is that right? Is that right? As in your right, or you looked from your hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right. It was my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright? No pun intended. Please continue. No. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly all that evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? No, they are! Because she said she moved to the right, but wasn't Maya's body, like, slumped over away from the window? Oh, whatever.
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think over the facts before making accusations.
I don't think that won me any points with the judge.
The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and then ran off to the right. Then the girl, the hippie clothes, ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think? Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think? Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder.
Order, order.
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh,
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
but questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I caught the murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my questions. How did you know it was clock? What? That's... Because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say at the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Faneco. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from the hotel room.
The law offices of Faneco, where the murders took place, is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. That clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly?
Just take a look right now.
Oh,
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
it's as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
Scruffy wants out. Hang on.
Oh, fuck, sorry. Oh, no. Okay, you're not gonna believe this, or maybe you are, because, you know, that's kind of how Scruff is. He wanted out the door, I let him out, closed the door. He immediately wanted back in. I think my dog is a cat. Now he wants out again. Scruff, I can't leave the door open while I'm streaming. I think he wants me to get blue. Okay. Hang on, I'm going to be right back. I need to go get my other dog.
She's probably asleep on the couch, and Scruffy wants me to bring her upstairs because he's worried about her. He's worried about his big sister. Okay, I will be right back. I'm back. I have 2 dogs now. And I'm using this opportunity to eat some of the sweet potato chips. I'm going to get real close to the mic so you can get that nice crunch ASMR. Hold on. Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to ASM Art Decora, where we will be eating sweet potato chips. Here's the sound of them, of me breaking a chip in half. That didn't break in half, it actually broke into a bunch of pieces. Oh, it kind of made a mess. It's a very tasty, crunchy mess. This has been the end of ASM Art Decora. Thank you for coming. I mean coming, like coming here. I don't mean, never mind, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Anyway, back to our regular scheduled program. This.
Would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It's as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask when the clockwork was removed. It was after the witness heard the clock when there was no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now, I'll show you the proof you liked so much. Hold on. That's me getting out of my chair tonight. Oh no, what a horrible thing. Cora has to stand up during a stream. Oh no. Oh no, poor me. Poor Cora needs to stand up and get up to make sure her door is closed. Oh no. Oh no. 'Cause she's such a dumb bimbo that she can't remember if she locked her door or not. And she has to get up and make sure. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Imagine if it worked like this in real life. Just because the gunpowder was on the suspect's hand doesn't mean nothing. Just because the gunpowder was on the suspect's hand means nothing. What if the gunpowder got there after the victim got shot by the suspect's gun? That's so true. This is like a universe where they discovered like the legal system like just a few years ago, so they still haven't quite got it completely. I need to readjust my head. Anytime I have to readjust my model's head so it's facing the right direction, I should just make like
a sound effect. I should tie it to a sound effect where it's just like. Oh. And there we go. Cora Bub, you okay? I mean, define okay.
The evidence that proves the clockwork was removed.
Yeah, it's in here. I had to take the clockwork out. Okay.
Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, you have a girly phone?
Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order.
The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoes overlooked it.
The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the trinket then for you? Or on to the think? I cannot read tonight. The thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry.
September 5th, 9:27 a.m.
Your Honor, I think this makes it clear. The clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yes. The witness claims she's seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. No store would have this. No store would try to sell this. They'd go bankrupt immediately. I don't know. A clock shaped like the Thinker does kind of sound like something they would sell at the Sharper Image back in the day. Anybody remember the Sharper Image? Those stores were great. It's just like, just look at this dog shit. Target would never. Now I miss the Sharper Image. Those stores were cool, even though everything in those stores was complete junk. It was fun. It was like a Sky Mall catalog, but in real life.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores, Miss May. I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today?
Oh.
That's it, you porcupine head. That's it, you stupid clock. Doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa, 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 let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh, silly me, grunt. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Wink.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defendant have an opinion on this behavior?
I'm gonna make the judge sound like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh dear.
Okay, this is it. Well, Your Honor, allow me to explain how I see the truth in the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you held it. This is familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as with Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands.
Mr. Wright! When...
Mr. Wright, wait, how does Obi-Wan Kenobi sound? Hello there. Mr. Wright, when was this? When was this?
When she used it to strike the victim.
When else? Mr. Wright, order, order. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. And when you struck the force, the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved the thinker was empty.
Oh,
Of course it would ring. What's more, the witness had a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way! Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy.
incidentally, the bellboy
Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story.
Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Mr. Wright, you've just made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman.
Sorry, Your Honor, that didn't go so well. But that's the case. Then how did she know the thinker was a clock? Wait! Your Honor, I figured it out. There's one other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone. And I have proof. Well, proof, you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? Wiretap. Have a look at this. I found it in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were wiretapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that were the case, which it is not,
you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof is that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Well, actually, there's something I wanted you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. Haha. It's made to look like a statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used the wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
I...
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Or no, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me? You are... you lawyer! It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it?
That did it. The court see the real April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippy-tapping or irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edward wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I'd hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. He has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court?
At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy.
Well, does the defense have anything to say? Possibly the most redeeming thing about this is that, oh, look at her face is just an option to prove guilt. I mean, in this game, half the time it's correct.
Well,
Come to think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk into a new... I think you've sunk in quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy.
Why?
What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. How? Even if it didn't, how? How could... Whatever. She just straight up didn't answer the question, and the judge went, well, I tried. I've done nothing, and I'm all out of ideas. I need to remember to do the Obi-Wan Kenobi voice. I need to get good at doing an Obi-Wan Kenobi voice for a future project. Popcat knows what it is, so don't ask me, ask them. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness.
Condition?
If Miss April May's alibi is not called in question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition. Alright. I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything.
Obi-Wan Koronobi. Welcome, Kalandro. Welcome, welcome. It's been a while. How are you? How is everybody doing tonight, by the way? I don't ask that enough. How are... So, like, I always say, I hope you have a great rest of your whatever, but I never ask how your whatever was. Hi, it has...
Scruffy is looking at me concernedly. Understand, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls... No. The court calls the bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witnesses to testify.
I'm okay, just chilling. That's good to hear. Everybody deserves a good chill. Except for the people with no chill. They don't deserve a chill. Wouldn't the bellboy be required to be there anyway if he was going to provide an alibi? You might be onto something there, Cosmic. Again, it's like they just invented the legal system and they're still working out all the kinks.
He certainly does look like a bellboy.
What's that supposed to mean? Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir.
Dude has Nutella on his head. It does. I can never chill enough, but I try a lot.
Same.
I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved in the murder now, Maya will be finished.
I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
You sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir, as in so very absolutely, sir. It is an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with, embarrasser, sir.
Embarrasser? Is that French for an embrace?
It's French for a kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her.
Dude is stronking out.
A department store, scene, letters, murder scene. Hmm. Precisely 9 then. Precisely. Exactly. And most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then.
Oh, bellboy, teehee. I'd like that iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen, can I? Wait! Please wait!
Yes? Does the defense have something to...
Wait, fuck, I keep... Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay, this is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask about? Tell me again about her room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. Because I'd requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy? Tell us the truth now. Was somebody else staying in Miss May's room? I object! That was objectionable! Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. Maybe this guy should sound like Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was a good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. Well, Miles is in contempt of court. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Scandalous. Correct? Yes, sir. Well then, you brought the room service. You didn't see that man in her room? That's right, sir. Your Honor? We've just learned another person involved who may have been murdered. Been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person. Simple. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the name of the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup that is. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court.
Upstart amateur.
These accusations are ludicrous.
Enough. The court acknowledges the defendant's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes.
Your Honor. That's all for today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there! Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. And then again, the other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with wide eyes and trembling lips, sent shivers down my spine, up my spine. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis... Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. Now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack and then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. May testimony added. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Well, that's probably a good place to leave off for this evening. I don't want to keep everybody in my house awake with my nonsense voices. Though my dogs could sleep through an earthquake, and they have many times. So have I, to be fair. They really are my dogs. Okay. I'm hitting escape. Oh, there we go. How do I... Title screen. Okay. Okay. So I'll leave off there for tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna keep up the going. I know I said I wanted to stream yesterday, but I have a really great excuse for why I didn't, and it's because I was sleepy. And I didn't want to. But I didn't announce a stream, so technically,
My plan is working. So I might stream tomorrow. Probably not. I have some other stuff I was going to work on tomorrow and errands I need to run. It's a solid excuse. I think I'm sleepy. I don't want to. Is a good excuse. It's a good excuse for most things. It's a good excuse. People will still get angry at you for making it, even though it is a legit excuse. Hell, if you're tired enough, if you're sleepy enough, you could get a doctor's note for it. For some fuck shit. Fuck shit. Mamma mia. Facts. That was the typo. For some. I thought you'd end the stream because I paused on my end. Oh. Frick some more. I still don't know what that means. Frick some more. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Hello, I am Seth Fricksamore from Maldimplia. The real excuse was the friends we made along the way. The real excuse were injuries we got along the way. Anyway, I've got errands and stuff I'm working on. I'm still working on my new avatar. It's coming along, and once I get into I'll start. Once I get the final design done, I will resubscribe to Live 2D, and I will rig it on stream probably. But yeah, maybe tomorrow, probably not. I make no promises, but I definitely, Sunday is on the schedule, and then Tuesday after that. Anyway, I love you all, I appreciate you all, and have a great rest of your whatevers. Have a good night, y'all. This is gonna be a long series, I can tell you that much. Anyway, bye-bye. Thanks for the fun stream. Thank you for being here and making the stream fun. Bye-bye.